Hi, today I'm going to show you what I read in August. It's all this, and this, and this. August was actually quite a good reading month for me, to be fair, because I read a lot of books that are quite famous and I wanted to read for quite a long time. I only read one big book, but it was really big, which you'll see in a minute. And the others are quite short books, but they are very famous books that I wanted to read. So the first book I read was this beast, Wicked. This is basically about it's a spin-off book of The Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. It's called Elphaba, and that's her, and this is just about her life, so it takes you from birth to, I'm not going to spoil, till like right at the end, till she's a proper adult. And this one here is the Good Witch, and she's also in The Wizard of Oz, and she's called Galinda, and it's about their friendship. They meet at school, and then... What the hell is that noise? There are some like children screeching outside my window. It sounds like foxes, but it's children. So, oh, my shadow's come to join the review. Join the review, girl. You reading Wicked? But, sorry about the noise. Anyway, this is about Elphaba. So she's a Wicked Witch, and we've known her from Wizard of Oz being this really cruel, heartless person that we don't understand why she's so mean. And in this book, you find out why she is so mean and what happened to her and everything like that. This is by Gregory Maguire. It's called Wicked. I've seen the musical, absolutely love the musical, but the musical is a lot more light-hearted than the book. So if you're a massive fan of the musical, you might not necessarily like the book, but I do think it's worth a read. It is very good. Look at this. A map of Oz. And I feel like reading the whole thing, you feel like Gregory knows this whole entire world, because it was created obviously in The Wizard of Oz, but he's added more to it. And so you really trust in him, because there's like Gillikins, Munchkinlanders, loads of different people. And you really trust within him. I really liked the end when they got onto the Yellow Brick Road. Really loved that. At the beginning, of every single page, there's a little witch on every single page, which I think is like a nice little detail. And yeah, I did really enjoy this. I don't want to give away too much because I feel like you're best to go in there blind. Just know it's about the Wicked Witch of the West and that's it. One thing I would say though is the first 100 pages, what a struggle. Like, they were awful. And other people have said like, oh, I don't like the book. I think you just don't like the book because the first 100 pages are like mental. This has taken me a long time to read. I would say like skip the first chapter, and the first chapter is huge, and go on to the chapter that says Galinda. Start from there. If you're struggling, try it. If you're not, then obviously breeze on through. But like, you need to push past those, like really push past to get into the book, and then it picks up and then it's good. But yeah, the first, oh god, 100 and something pages are, I don't even feel like they matter, that you don't need to read them to understand the story. There's a bit of a raunchy sex scene in it. It's like a massage, sexy massage. Oh, it's very uncomfortable. I'll just say that now. It's very uncomfortable. So not for like younger people or whatever. But it is good, and also there's not a lot of swearing. There's like a tiny bit, and like the tiniest bit of a sex scene. It's hardly anything. But I'm sure some people would have a problem with it. But it is a good book. I'd read it. It's great. Next up, I have Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, my second Roald Dahl book this year. First book was James and the Giant Peach. James and the Giant Peach is magnificent, it's great, but I think BFG is his best works. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. Let me show you an example of the pictures. The drawings are done by Quentin Blake, and I love how he sort of put them in with the text. So if you don't know the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's about a young boy called Charlie who's very poor, and they don't have a lot of money or food or anything like that. Where he lives is a massive chocolate factory run by Willy Wonka, and Willy Wonka says he's going to put 5 golden tickets in a bar of chocolate, and the children that find the golden tickets will get to have a tour of his whole entire factory, and, which I didn't even remember from the film, they're going to get a lifetime supply of chocolate as well. So Charlie has a few, bad attempts and doesn't get the chocolate bar, and I like that. I like that it's not like first time, that's it. I like the attempts in it, and then obviously he does, and the rest of the book is him at the chocolate factory. I really just adore Quentin Blake's drawings, really, to be honest with you. There's something about them that I just find so beautiful. It's like Beatrix Potter. When I look at her things, I'm like, oh, and there's just something about them, there's just such a charm. I do just love Quentin Blake, to be fair. But no, this was a really good book, not as good as the BFG because I think BFG is just something really special, but it was really enjoyable, really great book. I understand why people love it, I understand why it was made into a film. Next up I have Alice in Wonderland, this is my mum's copy, and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. Now I'm only going to review Alice in Wonderland today because Through the Looking Glass is the follow-on book and I haven't read it yet, but did you know there's 6 years between those books? Even though whenever you buy Alice in Wonderland they just pile it together. Is that going to happen to like the Hunger Games? They're just going to be like, oh, it's the same story. Just put in one book. Like, I find that odd, but I only read Alice in Wonderland. Absolutely crazy, no moral, no storyline, no real thing for you to be like as a child, oh, I understand, I'll be kind. Like, James and Giant Peach is saying be kind to insects because they have feelings too. And that's a really beautiful thing of it. This doesn't have that and I kind of love that. I really like my copy of it. See, it's got drawings on every other page. There's Alice swimming, and then the next page it won't have a drawing. That's the next chapter. And then it's her meeting the dodo. I just think these drawings are absolutely stunning. This is a really old version, so I don't know. This is from Macmillan & Co, which is still our publishers, so you might be able to find it somewhere, but let me show you my favourite drawing. There's this one here where she's with the Queen of Hearts and all the guardsmen, and then on the page just back from that they're painting the roses red. Oh, I just want to like frame this because I think this book is just so special. I also just really love this bit. Oh, it's a song, so as you can tell it's all spaced out, but it's just beautiful, this specific book. But the story of Alice in Wonderland is about a young girl who, we all know it, she falls asleep. She ends up in Wonderland, which is just a place of no rhyme, no reason. You know, it's that saying, we're all mad here. And then she says, well, I'm not mad. And he says, well, you must be because you're here. And all that like beautifulness. And then at the end, she wakes up and it's all a dream and that's it. And then obviously The Looking Glass must be revisited, but I'm going to do another review on that. The one thing that I'd say I really love about Alice in Wonderland, which I didn't even know what was in it, is at the end she's with her sister, she falls asleep and then she wakes up and then her sister goes, go off, get clean for supper. And then her sister is thinking and she says, oh, all young people should go to Wonderland. And so you realise that, you know, her sister went to Wonderland, it's something children do, it's just about child's imagination. And it's beautiful and it's about keeping children children. Oh god, I loved that bit. I don't know why, it just sort of, it made me a little bit cheerful. It was just really beautiful at the end. And it was just like her sister's thoughts. And I think even now I'm like, oh, it was really beautiful. So I did really like this. If you're looking for a book with like a moral or a reason or a rhyme, no. Like this is mental, but I do love it. Hello, I am currently editing the video that you are watching. How creepy is that? But I didn't film an outro for this video because I didn't know I'd have to split it into parts. I might have to split this even into 3 parts because girl, I do not stop talking and I've only just realised that. So this is the end of part 1. Part 2 will be up very soon and I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did then subscribe and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!